And this is Mark My Words Sports Show. We're back, and we have a special guest, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, legendary boxer. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great. Everything is terrific.
Okay, and we were just talking a bit ago. You're watching the game right now. What you think?
It's a good game. Good game.
The whole show
Starts Pittsburgh 9, Tampa Bay 7.
Didn't go well.
Right. All right. Okay. All right. And we're looking back at your career, and you had an excellent career: 50-8 losses, 1 draw, 39 knockouts. I mean, how would you start out? With coming into boxing, back in the days of Ali and Foreman and everybody.
Well, Ali, as everybody knows, was a good friend of mine. If it wasn't for him, I would have never become the light heavyweight champion in the world. He invited me to his camp, and we became good friends. We boxed a tremendous amount of rounds together, and we just hung out together. And fight time, I became champion.
Oh, wow. Okay, so, Eddie, I see you, your first title appearance was in 1977, right?
Right.
And I see that you lost that one. So I want to know,
Yep.
how did you use that as motivation?
Well, what happened, when you go to another guy's hometown and fight him for a world title, it's hard because they root for the hometown guy.
Right.
And the hometown guy got the judges in his pocket. So I went in there, and I beat him fair and square. But, they gave it to him, which is cool. I lost by 1 point.
Wow.
1 point.
And then you had the title in 1980. You beat Marvin Johnson. I mean, what was that like? Finally winning your title, that first title.
Well, like I said, I always knew I was capable of winning the world title. That was not a problem. The problem was if I didn't knock him out, would they give it to me? So I had to knock Marvin out, and that's how I got it.
Right. And what was it like back then in the 80s with, those great fighters? How was the landscape of boxing then versus now?
Well, the landscape was huge because you had boxing on every week. You had Wide World of Sports, you had PBS, NBC, you had the free TV. That's what made boxing. You had it on free TV. We didn't have to go to cable or pay-per-view. No, everything was free TV.
Right.
Exactly. Okay.
Like we talked not too long ago, and we was talking about that. That was as a young man, I was able to watch it, and I was influenced by boxing to where now it's hard for me to even watch MMA because I don't consider it real boxing.
Well, I'm not an MMA fan, and I know the people that run MMA, but I'm just not a big fan of MMA.
Right.
Okay. And speaking of your boxing lineage and everything, now you're into training. What got you into training, and how are those fighters doing?
Well, first and foremost, when I retired, I went to Europe and hung out in Europe for a while until Bob Arum headed Frank saw me in Monte Carlo and asked me what was I doing. I was just slumming. So he told me the smarts that I have for the boxing game, I should come back to the States, just use it and develop champions. And that's what I've been doing.
Okay, and what year was that you started training?
I started training in 1990.
Okay, all right.
Quick question real fast. Okay, so you started your pro career in 1972. You turned pro in 1972.
Right.
Where does the nickname Flame come from?
Well, they say my hands was fast, you couldn't see them. So they just called me the Flame. So I ran with that.
Okay,
You know, I
basically throwing flames out there, right?
So you just ran with it. It sounds good.
Right, right. And now you have this new fighter you're training. This guy Rob Brandt, who has a fight coming on October 20th. You know, I seen a couple of his fights. He has some really good knockout power. How do you see his fight going against the champion Ryota Murta coming up?
Well, you know what? We've been training hard. You know, we had good sessions in the gym, and we look at it as, you know, our first world title. So Rob is confident that he can go in and not knock him out, he can stop him.
Right, right. And not just Rob Brandt, but what other fighters you have right now that's training with you? And you know, how many world champions? A lot of people, you know, don't know the training aspect of behind the scenes of boxing.
Well, you know, I've trained at least about 12 world champions. You know, I've trained Iran Barkley. I've trained a great many world champions.
You say you trained Iran Barkley?
Chad Dawson. We won about 3 world titles together. You know, I've kept coming. I've been training world champions as soon as I started training guys.
Wow, that's amazing right there, you know.
Okay, I want to slide off into your other professional career that you got going, your film career. I see that you was in the movie Raging Bull, portraying a guy named Billy Fox.
Right.
And then,
I could have done either or. You know, if I would have stuck to acting, I would have, you know, I think I'd have been a great actor. Because for Raging Bull, we won an Oscar, along with Robert De Niro, for the best picture, I think it was.
Right.
I mean, I had different avenues I could have went into.
Right.
And then what about Hope for the Broken Contender, where you played yourself?
That was that. You know, just a regular, another boxing picture, a boxing movie that was great. You know, like I said, I had a lot of opportunities to do whatever I wanted to do.
What made you start into film? You know, how'd you get about starting that?
Well, I was always, I'm versatile. I can do it all. I'm versatile. And I never took a little class in film. Never did that. I just know that, you know, if I put my mind to it, I can just do anything I want.
Okay, yeah, that's great. And what do you think about this new film coming out, Creed 2? You know, how authentic are those fight scenes in the first Creed and this one coming up?
Well, first of all, you got to get the right producer and get the right choreographer to make it look authentic. And, you know, we had a great choreographer in Jimmy Nickerson. You know, we had a great team. You know, we was on set for like about a year, just working on choreography.
Oh, that's great. And with that choreography, did you like do your own, you know, help out with that, or was there just a bunch of people that really just did that? You guys just kind of stood in and then did what they was, you know.
No, we did it ourselves.
Oh, really?
No,
okay.
We did it ourselves.
Okay.
We had to practice. You know, we practiced a great deal.
Yeah. Okay. And what do you think about like those old boxing, you know, movies? You know, the Rocky movies and you know, are those, you know, really authentic, or is this kind of, you know, like movie type, you know, versus, you know, the real boxing?
No, that was not authentic. You know, if you hit a guy the way they was hitting in the Rocky movies, I mean, you could referee would have stopped the fight.
You stop the fight.
You look at Raging Bull, you've seen a lot of authentic moves, things like that.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Eddie, I see that you became a Muslim, right? What was the thing that led you to change your last name from Gregory to Mustafa?
First and foremost, everybody in my family is Muslim,
Right.
right? So my sisters and my brothers are all Muslim. So being the fact that I always hung around Muhammad Ali, I just got deeper and deeper into the religion. And it's a way of life. And it's a way of life that I like.
Okay.
So it suited me just fine.
Wow, that's great. And then with your whole boxing career, is there anything you're looking at expanding on besides boxing and movies?
Well, basically, like I said, if I put my mind to it, I can do and become any situation and overcome that and be anybody I want to be. I can become a senator. I mean, I got a lot of avenues that I looked into.
Right. And this fight, which is October 20th, and it's on ESPN. I know you're looking for a knockout. How do you see the fight going? As far as this Rob Brandt fight.
Well, we can. It's up to Murata, the champion. We can box him or we can knock him out. However you want. If you want to stay in that's going to be hard on him. My guy, he's a boxer puncher.
I seen that.
Murata's just a one-way fighter.
First one,
Yeah. I see. Rob Brandt has that great right hand. You guys looking to use that right hand often?
Well, we're going to use both hands.
Okay, right.
Now, about him, where did he get the nickname Bravo?
The technical difficulties,
Well, I couldn't say.
phones be messing up and everything, so
I
it's a little bit of the Eddie Mustafa Muhammad interview right here.
Exactly.
Now, at 27 years old, did you see a lot of similarities in his fighting style compared to yours?
Well, what they do, whatever they bring to me as far as skills, I elevate the skills. I don't want to change nobody's style. Whatever he brings to me, the skills, I just elevate them.
Right.
I've been successful, throughout my training career.
Right, that's great.
Okay, so it seems that you had a 73-inch reach, right?
Right.
And if you can educate our listeners a little bit, man. Right now, Bravo, he has a 70-inch reach. What is the difference between that? Does that give you any kind of advantage over a guy with, say, like a 69 or 65-inch reach?
Oh, without a doubt. We got to know how to use that jab. That's the key. The jab is the best punch in your arsenal if you're a fighter. So we just stay behind, and everything comes behind that jab.
Right.
You stay busy with the jab.
Right. You stay busy. Now.
Exactly.
Now, okay. Now, leading up to the off of the jab. Now, how effective is it if you got a guy who can throw combinations off of his jab and land his combinations?
You got another Sugar Ray Robinson.
Another Sugar Ray Robinson. Hold on real fast, Eddie. Millennials. Sugar Ray Robinson was a great fighter from days past. Now, you can look Sugar Ray Robinson up in your little iPhones and mechanical devices and then whatever other kind of little device that you may have, millennials, and you'll see real fighters. And maybe you won't like MMA anymore either. Okay, sorry, Eddie, man. I had to do that.
Well, one last question before we go. Thank you, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, for giving us the time, and we're going to be working with you even more. Rob Brandt, who do you see, his style after, and where do you think his career is going to be going after this fight, October 20th?
After he knocked this dude out.
Well, what we're going to do is offer him a rematch. Whereas, if we fight him in Japan, we'll probably get triple the money. That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
So you're going to go to his backyard and beat him up?
Again.
Exactly. Right. And we brought up Sugar Ray Robinson. Does Rob Brandt look like maybe a Sugar Ray Leonard or one of those old school Marvin Hagler types that comes at you with a lot of combinations?
Whoa. Watch yourself there, germ spreader. Hold on, Kimo.
I'm giving him a lot of props there,
Hey. Slow down. And we're going to straighten that last question, okay?
Rob Brant is a boxer puncher.
Right.
He's the first Rob Brant. We'll just say that.
He can punch.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. And speaking of when you talked about the rematch here in Vegas and then in Tokyo, what do you think about this upcoming super fight that everyone's talking about with the Joshua Deontay Wilder? Do you think that's going to happen?
Oh, it's gotta happen. That's what listen. It's gotta happen, and it's going to happen because I know the people that are involved in putting that fight together. So it'll happen.
Well, okay, see, we don't want the same thing as when my boy Holyfield beat up Tyson, right? And you remember, we talked about this too a little bit, where Tyson ducked Holyfield for a good decade. See, this is what the feel of that has, or with Mayweather and Pacquiao, it seems like it's just taking too long for it to happen. What is the holdup?
Well, we got to get the money correct. We got both guys that are world champions. One guy won more than the other guy.
Right.
So when cooler heads prevail, they'll get together and put it together.
Okay.
Just a matter of time.
Right. And you have Fury out there. He's talking a lot of mess. He's had a fight. He's going to have a fight with Wilder on December 1st. What do you see that fight looking like on December?
Fury getting knocked out.
Real quick.
Hey, you know, a simple answer right there.
On Mark My Word Sports Show, we come live and direct to you, man. There ain't no dancing around.
Right.
No rope and dope.
None of that.
Knocked out.
None of that.
Wow. So we got to see the
Hey, mark my words on that, Eddie.
Mark your words.
All right, my words on that. If you're very, you can go to sleep, buddy. What round? For sportsman's sake.
As soon as you hit him.
As soon as he hit him.
Oh, Lord.
That's the first round. Are you talking about first round knockout?
So I see your boy Bravo, man. He got one of those 55-second knockouts.
Oh, yeah, listen, Rob can punch. He punches with both hands.
Yeah.
And I'm showing him how to go to the body.
Okay.
We do separation of skeletons.
Right. Yeah, I see he just had that knockout versus Kobe Coulter just passed in March. So, everything's coming together for this fight. So, I appreciate you for talking to us and giving us some game about boxing. And we want everyone to watch the Rob Brant versus Royota Morta on ESPN October 20th. And your book, how is that coming along? You have a book coming out. What's the name of that book, and what's it about?
Lessons of a Champion. Where I went to become a world champion.
Okay, all right, and is that about your life story, or is that lessons that you want to give to the younger generation?
Well, it's a mix of situations. My life story, how I became champion, and how I've made other guys world champions.
Okay, all right, and when is that coming out? Your book?
Well, we're going to start after I'm through with Rob Brant fighting for the title.
Okay.
And what day is that on? Just to remind the listeners, because we millennials listen too, so you got to talk slow for them.
Okay, millennials, listen up. Rob Brant is fighting on the 20th of next month. And we're going to start on the book right after that.
All right. Rob Brant versus Royota Morta in Vegas on ESPN. And we thank you for your time. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you again soon.
We'll talk to you next
right
week.
Before the fight, probably right after the fight as well.
Find somebody I don't gotta argue with that understands me.
All right. Thank you very much for your time, sir. Appreciate you.
You're very welcome.
All right. All right. That was a
bad
interview
recording
we had.
of a great interview.
It was an interview we had with Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. Gave us a lot of insight on boxing. We're going to work with him even more in the future. So we appreciate you, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, and everyone who got that, brought that possible for Mark My Word Sports Show. We appreciate everyone.
Now we're gonna go to break. We went a little past. Then we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk baseball. Go live scores, and it looks like the Rams are going to finish off the Vikings. It's 38-31, 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. So we're going to come right back. And matter of fact, I got to do this live read. Programming supported financially by the Womack Cocktail Lounge, 5749 North 7th Street in Phoenix. The Womack has dining, dancing, eclectic live bands, and vintage playlists. Open 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. daily. The Womack.us, the Womack on Facebook and Instagram. We'll be right back with more Mark My Words Sports Show. Come back on. Can.
Okay.
All right, Mark My Words Sports Show, and well, baseball is about to get into playoff mode. Upcoming Tuesday is the NL and AL wild card race, and you got the standings here, which is in the NL right now, you have the Braves who clinched. The Cubs and the Brewers had clinched as well. And then you still have the Rockies and Dodgers Still waiting to see who's going to clinch that. Right now, the Rockies are 1 game up on the Dodgers right now. Oh, what happened with that? Kenny, they was just up.
Millennials, man. I don't know.
You keep saying millennials. What's going on? Like with the Dodgers, what happened to them? They were just up on the. They were just over here and they beat the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, 1 game, and then we got smacked after that. And then Philly, man. See, I can get mad right now, man, but I'm trying to keep my composure. We still in the playoffs. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say.
Well,
man.
today you have top of the 9th, Minnesota beating Detroit 9-3. Top of the 6th is scoreless with Seattle and Texas. Yankees beat Tampa Bay 12-1. Colorado beat Philly 5-3. Houston and Baltimore is postponed, and the Mets beat Atlanta 4-1. Kansas City just beat Cleveland 2-1, and Chicago beat Pittsburgh 3-0. So the playoffs is set in the American League. You're gonna have the Oakland A's versus the Yankees in the wild card game, and then the winner of that will play Boston Red Sox. Do you see any of those teams actually beating Boston in the series if they go past you?
It's baseball. I see the Yankees giving them the most problems just because of the rivalry and the familiarity with the teams. And they just flat out don't like each other. I don't see Houston going back, though. I don't know why.
Well,
Don't.
you got Houston versus Cleveland.
Even though they
again.
just got McCullers back.
Yeah, you got Houston versus Cleveland again. So, that basically is a rivalry within itself in the playoffs right there. I really think Houston will beat Cleveland and go to the ALCS. And then you're still waiting on the Rockies and Dodgers, see what happens. It looks like that's going to the last
Well, we got
day.
the Nationals, and the Nationals are pitching all their best pitchers. Philly, they just rolled over and played dead. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Now, y'all ain't lost no games. Do you realize they got beat that last series, what was it, 38-10? As far as the last 3 games, they got outscored 38-10 in that series. If that's not tanking and rolling over and playing dead, I don't know what it is.
Right. Well, it's a final right now. You got the Rams beating the Vikings 38-31, and Jared Goff just went off. 26-33, 465 yards and 5 touchdowns. Kirk Cousins did some things too. He had 36-50, 422 yards and 3 touchdowns. My only problem, see that 36-50, if you're throwing the ball 50 times, that's not good because that means your running game's not there at all. Todd Gurley had 17 carries at 83 yards. And then you had Cooper Kupp, 9 receptions, 162 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I mean, this looks like the Rams of old. This looks like the
Rams of old?
What I'm saying, when they won
Oh,
that
St.
Super
Louis
Bowl,
Rams?
St.
Okay.
Louis Rams. You know what I mean?
They don't look like that.
Greatest
but
show
yeah.
on turf.
They don't look like that.
Hey,
but okay.
if Jared Goff is going for almost 500 yards and 5 touchdowns, I mean, I thought the Vikings defense was supposed to be pretty good.
No. The
What
Vikings are
happened
who-
to that?
they are
Last
who we
season,
think
they
they
was
are.
one of the top
Captain
defenses
Kirk
in the
is
league.
what happened.
You know what? You might be right. I mean, this may be something people need to look at. And is he pimping the league?
Yeah.
I mean, he got all that money, and they entrusted him with this team to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, you go to the NFC Championship game, you lose, you get rid of all 3 of your quarterbacks, Bridgewater and Case Keenum, who actually got you there, and Sam Bradford, who they was going to get rid of anyway, to pick him up for $90 million. And I mean, what's going on with that? I mean, it looks like they need some more retooling there to beat some of these teams, as you see with the Rams, and then you lose like terribly to the Bills. Looks like their defense, there's something going on with their defense. I would expect someone getting fired by next week or the week after.
Who, the Bills?
No, the Vikings. defensive coordinator,
Nobody's getting
somebody's
fired.
getting fired.
It's too early. It's not even the first quarter of the season.
Well, it's about to be the first quarter of the season.
Yeah, but it's
If they
still
lose
too early.
again, let's say if they lose again, something like this, and the defense is just not responding, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. I say the defense coordinator will get fired.
Well, see, what you're failing to realize is that a lot of these guys, man, are homeboys. And you're not going to just walk up and fire your homeboy. Well, I will, but you're not going to walk up and fire your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? And just like, okay, good case in point, Jack Del Rio in Oakland. If Jack Del Rio would have fired Ken Norton Jr. and made up with Bill Musgrave, Jack Del Rio would still be the coach of the Raiders. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing: you're 1-2. You're expected. Now this team is expected to go
Stop
deep in
it!
the
You're
playoffs.
getting your germ spreader wrong.
This team is expected to go deep in the
It's
playoffs.
the NFL, bro. It's still. I mean, come on.
What I'm saying is this.
The Rams are high powered.
Yeah.
Nobody is going to stop that.
What I'm saying is this. You have a top defense, okay? You get beat down by the Bills inexplicably. I don't know how that happens.
It's called trap game.
Yeah, that's true.
They
You're
were
probably
looking
at the
ahead
Rams,
for the Rams.
and
It
they
is
lost
called a
again
trap
to
game.
the Rams. You know,
That's what it's called. That's the term
but
affectionately
say
known
weak
for it.
floor and you lose miserably again, and your defense looks like crap. Someone's heads are gonna roll. I don't care if that's your best friend or what. It's about wins. It's about
Yeah, but
W's.
see, you can't bring back the same guys that they had last year. So it's not the same people that's in that locker room. It's different guys and different chemistries and different things.
Yeah, I
See what I'm saying?
understand
So
that.
it's not the same. So you can't say,
But you know, when they're not going to trade any players, but you know always the head's going to roll as the coaches. So
yeah.
when you look to change something,
That's why
especially
I don't
especially middle of the
understand.
season,
Listen, that's why I don't understand why these coaches don't make moves to get rid of these guys. Like, if you're not winning for me, that's Griffin. He's from Monrovia. That's from my hometown right there for the Vikings. Go ahead,
I
Griffin.
mean, you have,
but if you make moves,
I mean, you have, it looks like right there, you have Cooper Kupp against a linebacker. That's done all day, and that's scheme. That's
but it's
scheme
scheme.
right
That's
there.
what it is. That's what you
That's
want to
scheme.
get a guy, a little
But
flat guy out there and throw the ball, let him run.
But defensively, that's the wrong scheme. You already know you have film on Cooper Kupp.
You
You
get
need
caught.
someone as fast
You
as
get
Cooper
caught.
Kupp to. You need someone as fast as Cooper Kupp to go against him. Not a linebacker.
You,
A linebacker
but who
will
you gonna
never
get?
go against him.
When you gotta have, you can't have single high safety, single high. You have to have both the safety because they also got two other good receivers. You know,
That's true. You know,
Brandon Cooks.
Right.
I watched him run past Sean Smith, run right past him,
So basically, that means their
and then you got
personnel-
Robert Woods from USC.
But so basically, that means the Vikings personnel is just not that great.
It's not even
Just
that.
like
you
you said
just
with
playing
the
a
offense,
high-powered offense.
But just like you said, when teams get film on offensive players, they get shut down. Now teams have film on this defense.
They always have. That's how
What
they
I'm
train.
saying is, yeah, they have film on this defense, and now they can scheme against a defense like this. And it looks like their secondary is suspect. Their linebackers are suspect as well. So,
Listen, going into it, okay, they lost my boy, what's my boy? He just got a case, too. He playing for Seattle now. From UCLA. Anyway, they lost my boy from UCLA. I can't think of his name right now. I'm sorry about that, Radio Land. It's old-timers disease starting to set in. Anyway, when they lost him,
Seahawks.
yeah, he's with the Seahawks. I'm drawing a blank on his name, but they lost him. You're losing all your key guys, and when you make that one guy, it can mess up everything that you was. Okay, good case in point. Georgetown, when they had Patrick Ewing's son and Roy Hibbert, right? Now those were the two big names that everybody was selling: Patrick Ewing's son and Roy Hibbert. Jeff Green really was the meat and potatoes on that team. That's what pushed them around. And it was so obvious when Jeff Green went to Seattle, the Seattle Supersonics the next season, and left Georgetown. You see what I'm saying? And then now you got Patrick Ewing, sorry, but out there getting busted. And we seen that Roy Hibbert wasn't that guy. It was really Jeff Green. It's the same thing that happens right now. It's translating to from season to
Come on,
season.
Maurice Alexander.
No.
No.
He went to UCLA, man. That's my boy, man. He's a tackling machine. Anyway, it's the same thing that you have right there, man. It's a good case in point that the worst case in point, Minnesota finishes 8-8. I mean, they can still finish 11-5.
That's true.
That's if they're a good team. But then you also got to factor in you got a new quarterback. And Captain Kirk don't like to win the game. He just like to,
He like to throw the numbers up.
right. And Captain Kirk like to make money. We should get like a money sound every time we say his name.
Right. But what I'm saying is with the Vikings, if their next game, matter of fact, who they play next? After this one.
The NFL, I'll tell you.
On it should be week 5. This is week 4 starting. So, like literally, I would say if they end up 1-3 or 1-4, and they're one of the worst defenses, as far as points against, I'll look for some heads to roll.
Nobody's head is gonna roll. It's still too early, man. You don't know what that is yet. You still got to wait till about week 7.
I said week 5, week 6. If
week
they're
7.
If they still have 1 win or just 2 wins.
But you also got to take in mind, too, it's the Minnesota Vikings. Man, them dudes are traditionally sorry.
Matter of fact, they play on the 7th against the Eagles.
The Eagles going to roll them up.
And then they play the Cardinals. Now,
well, that's their win right there. That's when you're turning it around.
Okay, the Cardinals.
Now, if they lose to the Cardinals?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Cardinals and then the Jets. If they lose one of those games.
If they lose both of those games.
Oh.
Now you're looking at the coach kind of funny.
Roll. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Nobody's going to roll, man.
That's what I'm saying. Middle of the season.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
All right. We're going to get to this little segment I have.
Uh-oh.
Real quick. And it's called The Big Ballers. Got some big ballers last week.
This makes me feel like I'm walking around in my Ralph Furleys with the ankle-high socks.
The first big baller, Pat Mahomes. And Pat Mahomes is balling 24 of 38, 314 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then you got Todd Gurley. Gurley, man, he was going. 23 carries, 105 yards, and a touchdown. I know you're not going to like this, but Roethlisberger was balling as well.
That's the first one I can agree with.
30 for 38, 353 yards, 3 touchdowns. But then, on the other side...
Not ballers?
Man, Fitzmagic. He went from Fitzmagic to Fitztragic to back to Fitzmagic. He was 30 of 50, 411 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he had 3 interceptions. So
it's Fitzmagic.
And then you have Khalil Mack, 5 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble last week. But then I got to throw in the Rams again, right now. Right now you have Jared Goff, 26 of 33, 465 yards, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. Is that a perfect quarterback rating? It gotta be.
What's the rating?
It doesn't say yet. I don't think they tabulated it right now. And then you got Cooper Kupp, 9 catches, 162 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Brandon Cooks, 7 catches, 116 yards, and a touchdown. And Woods, 5 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. And Gurley had 4 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown. That's got to be a record within itself.
You know how they say the tight end is a dying position? And the fullback, the running back is actually a dying position if you think about it.
They've been said that the running back's been a dying position.
Well, you always heard it was the value.
Yeah, but it's been coming back. No. Todd Gurley, Leonard Fournette.
How many yards did Todd Gurley go for tonight?
He didn't go for much. He went for 83 yards, 17 carries, but he also was catching out the backfield, 4 carries, 73 yards.
Okay, but what's what I'm saying, though? Todd Gurley's like the best running back in football right now.
Yeah.
You feed that guy about 20 times, less.
That's what I said about Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh.
You feed him the ball.
You don't feed Ezekiel. He's an Ewok with bad breath. You don't feed him.
What I'm saying, to win the game...
He looks like even more of a fat Ewok. What the fat Ewok,
to win the game, you got to get him the ball. Trust me.
No.
Do you think the Jaguars?
You gotta go.
You think the Jaguars are not going to give the ball to Leonard Fournette?
Turn the music on, please.
Do you think the Jaguars are not going to give the ball to Leonard Fournette?
Turn the music on. I want the rain and all. Run the loop again. I'm finna be Jerry Jones. Call him Dez Bryant. You be Dez Bryant.
Hold on, man. What'd you say?
Turn the
I know, man. Wait, hold on.
the pimp music you
got
just
me
had
all,
on.
you got me all thrown off with what you just said. What'd you say now?
I'm finna be Jerry Jones,
Okay.
and you gonna be Dez Bryant.
All right.
Okay? And we gonna wing this. As soon as the music starts, this is Jerry Jones like, man, we 1-3. These white boys out here, they can't catch. This ain't a New England situation. Who do we call? Dez Bryant. Hey, Dez, baby. Hey.
Who is this? Who's this?
Hey, this is your boy, Jerry. You remember you always wanted to be
Jerry
a Dallas
who?
Cowboy. Dallas Cowboys.
Jerry, who? No, man.
Hey,
why
Dez,
you calling
Dez,
me? Why you
Dez,
calling
Dez,
me?
Dez, listen,
You
hear me
dissing
out.
Man. You
Hear me
dissing,
out,
man.
Dez.
I don't need all this.
We
man.
need you back,
Hurry
man.
up. I give you 10 seconds. Hurry up.
We need you back. We need you back. Don't hang up. We need you back.
Yo was talking mess about me behind my back.
I'll give you 40 of my Papa John's stores, man.
I don't want no Papa John's. They ain't selling. They ain't making me no money. Get out of here with
I'll
that.
give you some more Papa
What
John's.
you talking about?
We just need you to come back, man. You
Nah,
hear
I'm,
the
going
music?
I'm going to Cleveland.
Don't go to
I'm
Cleveland.
going to Cleveland.
They got Tyrod. We got Dak Prescott, man.
Dak Prescott ain't
And Dak
doing
gonna
nothing,
get you
man.
the football.
He can't throw the ball 10 yards. What you
Oh,
talking?
come on, man. Don't hang up, man.
I'm out.
Please
Click,
come back.
Click. I'm out.
That's what Jerry Jones needs to do, man. He needs to get the chair and put it right there in his butt and get pucker. Come on in. Come on back home to the Dallas land, man.
And one way you can support Radio Fix by becoming one of our members, as little as $35 per year. Members receive discount savings and other benefits provided by our membership program partners. And don't forget, the membership fee is tax deductible. For more information on the sign up, call 480-829-5746 or online to radiophoenix.org. Click on the support tab at the top and become a member on the drop down menu. We thank you for your support of community radio.
Hey, is that like the first time like a live read sounded like a pimp podcast?
You know what?
They gonna be like that. They down there pimping. Listen at the music.
We'll be right back with more Mark My Words Sports Show.
Right, we gotta do these college picks in our picks. Uh-oh. Get it.
Thanks everybody for sticking with us. Call in 602-354-8823. Subscribe, like, share. You know, do all that. Hurry up. We got 15 minutes. Yeah.
I'm gonna be pissed too.
Both them picks and then we need to fire Gruden. Right after. All right. Do.
So yeah, this is
You like this one?
Hmm?
Boom.
Yeah.
I'm away from Pasadena. On my way from Pasadena.
Man, we got Timmy. We ain't gonna have time for the college picks.
Huh?
We ain't gonna have time for college picks.
No, I'm looking at it right now.
Huh?
I'm looking at it right now because we got to do the 9 game.
Yeah.
We should go into that right now. You got it ready?
Yeah.
The little black one, he's the one that's talented. All right. Mark My Word Sports Show, the name game. We can go right into it here. I got my pen ready to write down because you know you be cheating.
The first one is Adrepone.
What? Adrepone. That sounds like a backwards Pac-Man game.
Right.
He had a good game. Adrepone. You ever heard of a guy Adrepone? What's his first name?
Adrepone. It sounds like a
Claude
medicine.
Adrepone.
Some kind of pill.
Adrepone. Hey man, you got that Adrepone? I'm ready. We gonna go to the moon on some Adrepone.
My stomach hurt. You got some Adrepone?
Right. Claude Adrepone.
Claude.
Yeah.
He's my mama
59
buddy. She named me
minutes.
Claude.
He plays for Sassuolo, and he had a goal in the 59th minute, 2-0 win. So he did have a good game. Next one is Seneda.
He had a good game, man. That's getting to be pretty commonplace around these here parts.
You said good game?
Yeah. Seneda let me
Antonio
down.
Seneda, pitcher, Colorado Rockies. 4 and 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 Ks.
Did they lose? Wait, what was the stat line again?
Oh, no, I was wrong. He had a good one. He had a good 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 Ks, earned run in the 5-3 win versus over the Phillies.
So they did win. So the Phillies are scrubs. They just rolled over and played dead.
That was right. My bad.
Yeah, I'm 2
Third
and 2
one
and 0.
is Kitteridge.
That's almost like my boy Fitteridge. You ever see Fitteridge pitch?
Mm-hmm.
Fitteridge used to be out there having a trip. He had a good game, man, just because I like his name. Fitteridge.
That's why I mixed up with Andrew Kitteridge, Tampa Bay Rays. 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 earned runs, 2 Ks, and a 12-1 loss to the Yankees. That was a bad one. Next one is Nemainskov. I can't even say it.
He had a good game.
Nemainskov.
He had a good game. That's some soccer player, I bet you. Plaid socks on. When he scored, he
He's
probably slid.
a center for the New York Rangers. He had a goal and an assist in the 4-2 win over the Flyers.
Oh, some hockey.
And the last one is Caprese.
Caprese. That sounds like some mafia stuff, don't it, Vex?
Huh?
Hey, my name is Caprese.
Caprese? Definitely.
Caprese.
I'm like crazy. I'll go off on you.
If you get in the car with him, don't sit in the front seat.
Right,
Right,
he crazy.
exactly. No, yeah, don't sit in the front seat, right?
Yeah, because you're going to get whacked.
Good game, bad game.
Good game, because his name is crazy. Don't sit in the front seat.
Yep. Leonardo Caprese had a goal in the 10th minute and a 1-1 tie.
He played for Italy.
AC Milan in Italy.
Yeah, what I tell you. Crazy. I'm crazy. Roll on you, that's it.
And that's the name game right there.
I'm
So
4
you
for
got
1.
Yeah, 4 for 5. You got it. Okay.
I do good every week, but you be cheating here and there. You know, you got to make yourself look good. I figured it out.
No. You just getting them. You getting them. Okay, now
Crazy. I'm crazy.
gotta get to the
5
5
things.
things right at the end.
All right.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching, listening.
Thank you, guys. Sometimes I think about this rhyme. I'm on the microphone. That's why. Let me stop. See. Sometimes I be feeling myself, and then you know what I mean. I don't want nobody to produce me and call my phone and want to beat down my door for my lyrics. Anyway, people over 40 should only have to work 3 days. The work week for people over 40 should only be 3 days. True. Studies have found that people over 40 are more productive when they only work 3 days or less. What you think?
I'm not over 40, so I don't know.
I think it's good, but I'm over 40. Anyway, okay, they got Bill, y'all. They got Bill at 82, man. They got him. They gave him 3 to 10, man. Yeah. Blind dude going to jail, man. That's wrong, man. That's wrong.
Something crazy.
And then the worst part about it, he's the only one to be convicted in this whole Me Too hashtag thing.
Yeah.
They got my man.
Let's see what other dominoes fall, but yeah, it's crazy. It's not good at all.
Number 3, you need some garlic wedge potatoes in your life, man. Go eat those. Go try to change your life. Anyway, number 4, Tom Hanks is starring as Mr. Rogers in the new movie coming out. Mr. Rogers, what do you think?
That'd be good.
He looks just like him, though, don't he?
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm going to go get the red jacket and the blue shoes, too. And I'm going to come in the house singing, won't you be my neighbor? Yeah. Anyway, it's the end for the turnover chain, y'all. The turnover chain is no more, man. Miami done broke it, man.
What happened?
Off the interception, man, they came to the sideline. He flipped him the turnover chain. He did something crazy, and the chain is no more. They're going to get him in the locker room. You don't break the turnover chain.
Yeah, you don't. Right? All right. Well, thanks, everyone, for listening. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Marvin Orr Sports Show. Subscribe. Our YouTube page. SoundCloud. All platforms. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
However you listen, you guys.
And keep it 1 million. We'll be back next week.
Week next back.
Double M, I'm known to beat the case.
Real shit, you can mark my words.
Double M,
Everybody come inside, make my swerve.
Thanks, everybody. Peace out.
Chillin' with my bros in the city of roses. But when I'm on, it still ain't on because I'm on. OD running miles in this rap race. Getting more LA and Valley girls than Cal State.
All right, you guys, bye.